Today we're reading Mommy, Am I Strong? By M.Lazurek. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Philippians 4:13. Courageous Caleb was a little boy who lived in an ordinary house on an ordinary street, but there was nothing ordinary about Caleb. Caleb was a superhero, or at least he thought he was. He loved to watch his favorite superheroes on TV. Then he would spend hours running around the house, making zooming noises and pretending to fly. One day, Caleb and his cousin David were playing at Caleb's house. The two boys took out their superhero capes and put them on. Then they flew into the kitchen and screeched to a stop in front of Caleb's mommy. "Strong I am," said David, showing her his big muscles. Caleb looked at her and said, "Me too. I'm strong too." Looking at both boys, Mommy said, "Yes, you are strong, but you could be even stronger." The boys next flew into the living room, and Mommy followed them. Seeing a stuffed elephant on the floor, David remembered that superheroes could lift heavy objects. He called out proudly, "Look, I'm so strong, I can lift an elephant." "Yes, you are strong, David, but you could be even stronger," Mommy said, as she tapped his nose lightly. Caleb remembered that superheroes could jump great distances from building to building. He stood on one couch and in a single leap jumped to the other couch. "I'm so strong, I can jump super far." "Yes, you are strong, but you could be even stronger," Mommy said. Caleb frowned. "But Mommy, we can fly and lift heavy things and jump far. We can't be stronger than that, can we?" Mommy sat on the couch and Caleb climbed onto her lap. David sat next to them. "There are many ways you can be strong, boys, but strength is muscles, you see." Seeing the confused look on their faces, she smiled at them and continued to explain. "Your strength inside makes you the strongest you can be." Caleb looked up and said, "I want to be as strong as I can be." "Me too," said David. "But what's the difference between inside strength and outside strength?" "Outside strength is what others can easily see when you use your muscles and pick things up or run around," said Mommy. "What about inside strength?" asked Caleb. "Well, let me ask you a question. Have you ever done something nice even when you didn't feel like doing it?" asked Mommy. David answered first. "Yesterday I shared my truck with Sammy, even though I really wanted to play with it all by myself." "Exactly. And Caleb, remember the time you kicked the soccer ball through Mrs. Johnson's basement window? Do you remember what you did?" Caleb answered softly. "Daddy went with me and we knocked on her door, and then he said I was sorry and that was really hard. I was scared." "I know you were scared, but you did the right thing anyway, honey. When you share a toy or say you're sorry, you show the world your inside strength. But doing that stuff is hard," said Caleb. "I know it is, Caleb. It's hard for David, it's hard for me. That's why we all need inside strength." Caleb crossed his arms and sighed. He always did that when he was trying to figure something out. David asked her, "Since it's so hard, how could kids like me and Caleb get strong on the inside?" "I'm glad you asked, David," Mommy smiled. "All we have to do is ask God to help us. God gives us the strength on the inside to do good." "Even when it's really hard? Even if I don't want to?" Caleb asked. "Yes," Mommy answered. "God is always with us. When we ask God for help, He gives us His special powers, His grace. Then we can be superheroes. I can be courageous Caleb, and he can be daring David," Caleb exclaimed as the boys jumped down from the couch. "We can all be superheroes when we ask God to give us His grace, to make us strong inside and out. Because strength is more than big muscles, you see. Strength on the inside makes you the strongest you can be." Just then, courageous Caleb and daring David ran to the window. They could see their soccer teammates gathering for the game. "Mommy, is it time for our game?" asked Caleb. "Sure is, just cleats and let's go," he said. During the game, someone knocked Caleb down. David helped his cousin get up. "Don't fight back, Caleb. Remember what your mom said. God gives us inside strength to do the right thing." "You're right," said Caleb. "We'll just play a good game." The game ended when the other team scored the winning goal. Caleb and David were not happy with the team lost. "I don't want to shake their hands," grumbled David. "But being a good sport is the right thing to do. Let's use our inside strength to be good sports," said Caleb. Mommy watched as Caleb and David shook the winning team members' hands. "Great game," they said to the other players. As they walked across the field, Caleb said, "Mommy, did you see? We used our outside and our inside strength." "Yes," Mommy said, grinning. "When you ran and you kicked, you showed your outside strength. And when you forgave someone for knocking you down and were good sports, you showed your inside strength." The boys cheered, and Caleb said, "God helped us do the right thing. We are strong inside and out. Now we're true superheroes." Strength is more than big muscles, you see. Strength on the inside makes us the strongest we can be. And that's the end.